How's it going, guys? Ark here, back with another video, and in this video we're going to be looking at a 12 wins Night Witch deck. So that's right, we got 12 wins in a grand challenge with this Night Witch graveyard deck. And now I'll be honest with you guys, Night Witch is definitely the most OP card in the game right now. I mean, if you see how much damage the bats do per second and how many bats this witch can spawn, the total DPS is just retarded, I'll be honest with you. So yeah, I mean, I found this deck somewhere in a grand challenge, and I'm not sure what must be going on in the mind of the creator when he made this deck. He must be thinking, why not slap the three most OP legendaries in one deck? What could possibly go wrong, right? And that's how this deck must be made. It has the Night Witch, it has Electro Wizard, it has Graveyard, and it also has Tornado, so it has a really good ability to stop any pushes coming at it while counter pushing really effectively. So yeah, let's open up the chest first, and then we'll hop into some replays. So 22,000 gold, always nice. Bombers, don't use that card. Skeletons, okay. Mortar, fine. Maybe I might use it in ladder in the future. Balloon, okay, I like the balloon. Rocket, whatever. Spear goblins, meh. Mega minion, alright, I'll take it. Goblins, three musketeers. Doesn't look like we're gonna get a legendary in this one. Freeze, mirror, and clone. So not the best chest, but not the worst either. So I mean, I guess I'll take it. And now let's hop into some replays. So I did go 12-1. I lost my 11th match right here against this guy. Really solid player with over 220,000 cards won, and he had the Executioner, which is the best counter to the Night Witch, which I did not. So he overall had the edge on me, and that's how he won the matchup. I was leading at one point, but of course his ability to stop my pushes so simply just got him the game. So first of all, let's look at my final game right here against Javi. Now this game was really sketchy. I did have a counter deck right here, but my opponent played like really well, and he dragged out the game really long. So I was a bit nervous, I'll be honest with you, but the fact that I had the counter deck did give me the win. But if I didn't have a counter deck, I think this guy probably would have won the match. I'll be honest with you, he did outplay me a lot. So starting off, I don't have the best starting hand. Ideally, I would want like a knight or maybe skeletons to cycle. So I'm just forced to play my Night Witch in the back. My opponent tries to be sneaky here and push with Hog Rider, but I do have the Tornado, so I'm able to activate my King Tower pretty effectively. Now Tornado hard counters Hog. That's just like, it's really unfortunate, but it hard counters any Hog or Miner decks, and that's just the fact of the matter. So here I try to counter push with Graveyard and Knight, but my opponent really smartly blocks out my Knight on the bridge, and then he uses 1 Elixir Skeletons, Log, and Ice Spirit to completely shut down my Graveyard. So my opponent did play this matchup really well. So right here I counter his Executioner with my 1 Elixir Skeletons, and now we're resetting. So yeah, again, I don't have much to do. I just play my Night Witch in the back. I think he lightnings here, right? Yeah, he just lightnings my Night Witch. Now, using your lightning on the Night Witch isn't actually the worst idea, even though it's 6 for 4, and it puts you down to Elixir. Because if your opponent doesn't have an immediate card to punish you, usually they can't do much about it. So here he tornadoes my units back over the bridge, and again counters my Graveyard. Now again, really well played by my opponent, completely shutting down my push. And then I think he goes aggressive with the Hog again, right? No, he does not. So if we both reset, I'm still slightly ahead in damage and Elixir. No, I'm not. I am behind in damage by 11, but I am ahead in Elixir. So I just cycle to another Night Witch. Now Night Witch is pretty useless in this matchup, mainly because he has the Executioner. Now with the Executioner, it's really hard to do anything with the Night Witch unless you have a lightning and log or something to kill the Executioner. So here he tries to hog me, but then I counter it with my Tornado, Electro Wizard, and Knight combo, and then I counter his Executioner on the other side with my Skeletons pretty easily. So overall, a fine trade for me. And then I try to kill his Knight, and then I counter push on the other lane, knowing that he just played his Executioner. with my tornado and graveyard, and this is where I get all my damage, and he has nothing to deal with my graveyard with the deck that he's using, and he takes so much damage. I think his tower goes down to 1100 or something. Yep. And I shut down his push with my knight, and then on the other he tries the lightning, but his attempt was futile. I don't know why I played my skeletons there. I guess I didn't see the hit points of the executioner. And then I try to push again with my graveyard and baby dragon, but he does freeze my baby dragon behind the bridge again. But the executioner isn't the best counter for graveyard, mainly because of the RNG. The graveyard spawns are so varied that the executioner usually misses a lot of them, and they do get a ton of damage off. So here again he's desperate, he goes for this hog, but then I tornado his hog, and that's just a hard counter, 3 for 4 every time, and there's nothing my opponent can do about it. So at this point I just go aggressive with my graveyard. He tries to stop my push, but there's just no way you can stop my push, dude. And I just give him the GG, and he's mad. That's understandable. He definitely should be mad because he played super well. He outplayed me at every point, but I still won because I had a counter deck. This is just the state of the game. And now let's look at this battle against this Golem deck. Now this guy definitely is a very skilled player with a PB of 5519 and 220,000 cards won, and 22,000 tourney cards as well. So let's see how I do in this battle. Well, you know how I do, right? You saw me win. But let's see how I won the battle. So starting off, we usually want to wait for our opponent to make a move before we go offensive ourselves, because we don't want to play an uninformed graveyard and then get punished on the counter push. So he plays his Mega Minion, I play my Night Witch in the back, because even though the Night Witch doesn't target air, the bats do, so they will eventually kill the Mega Minion. I play my Knight in front of the Night Witch because I don't want her to take any damage, and then I poison his Electro Wizard to kill it. He also plays his Night Witch, I believe. Yeah, and then I think both our Night Witches cancel each other out thanks to the bats. And then the bats do get one shot by the tower, so that's a fine trade for me. I'm ahead in elixir, and I got like 240 damage. Yeah, 240 damage. Now this is where he kills himself. He pumps when he sees my graveyard coming, and that's just, there's nothing he can do now. He doesn't have enough elixir or any good units to counter my graveyard, and my graveyard brings his tower down to 17 HP, and he gives me the crying face. Pretty I mean, that's definitely how you must be feeling at this point. There's not much you can do against graveyard when you don't have enough elixir. So I accidentally play my knight on the wrong lane here. That was a bit unlucky, but not that big of a deal. And then I play my Night Witch. And with Tornado, you can pretty much counter any bowler push. Unfortunately, I did not have the Executioner here. Otherwise, this game would have been much easier. So I play my Baby Dragon here. I Tornado everything. And then I use my Electro Wizard to zap and kill the Night Witch and bats. The Night Witch and the Electro Wizard. So, and then I use my knight to clean everything up. But he did get a lot of damage off all my towers, so that wasn't the most ideal defense, but it worked out. So here he's being desperate. He has to do something quick because he doesn't have a lot of time left on the table. Does that make sense? Whatever. So again, I Tornado his push, and then I Electro Wizard in the middle. Yeah, and then I think I poison as well, right? Yeah, I poison to clean everything up, because the poison, not only does it kill the Night Witch, but it also kills the bats that spawn as well. So it's really effective against the Night Witch. Or it was in this scenario, because normally it wouldn't completely kill the Night Witch. So again, I tried to Tornado his Golem to the other side, but I was too slow. I should have Tornadoed when the Golem was spawning. So this is where things get sketchy. I poison everything, and then I play my Knight to slow down the Golem. He Lightnings, and the Golem gets one shot, and there's just not enough time for it to get the second one, and it doesn't explode either. So unlucky loss for my opponent, but that's just the game. And that's it for the video, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. And this is a really strong Night Witch deck. Be sure to try it out if you need one. I'm certain you'll do well in the Grand Challenge with it. So that's it. I'll see you guys later. Peace.